Surprise, motherfucker! Hey, what's up? This is Venger Satanis, and I'm in a parking lot waiting for my wife. She's got a thing, and so I thought I'd make a little video. What's up? Um, so I posted something on my blog, which originally was a comment on a blog post by BX Black Razor. And he wanted to sort of end or back away from the rancor and the divisiveness and the hostility between the two different political factions in the RPG community, in the hobby. And once upon a time, there wasn't a ton of difference between Republican and Democrat. But it's diverging, and so seems like there's a ton of difference now. It used to be in the 90s that there was tax cuts, how much of a social safety net to have, maybe where to spend money. Abortion was an issue, obviously. Republicans wanted to restrict it a little more. Democrats wanted to open a little bit more, but it was still safe, legal, and rare. There was more compromise. There was more moderation. We could come together on a lot of things. Back then, nobody talks about politics at the game table. Obviously, online, where everything is anonymous, people feel emboldened to say whatever the fuck they want. Whenever they want. There's no limiting principle, which is why you have so many crazy ass, batshit insane motherfuckers out here foaming at the mouth saying, Republicans and conservatives are. Just the other day, I was online on social media and someone said, I should kill myself and that conservatives are monsters and whatever else, that we embrace evil, things like that. And a lot of people on the right, I've started calling the far radical left people leftoids because they seem a little bit less human to me as I go through life than everybody else I encounter. And it's sad that we have to do this. But I have great respect for non-woke, non-social justice warrior people that lean toward the left. I'm just against the people that want to clamp down on free speech and my ability to run the games I want the way I want. If you want to do your own thing, cool. But don't force me to do whatever you want me to do. That's not going to work. And so I had this blog post. I'll put the link in the description below. Just saying that we're headed for rough times ahead. I think the right side, the conservatives and the Republicans and libertarians and classical liberals and moderates are going to come together, and we're entering phase 2, which is phase 1 was we're on the defense. We're actually defending ourselves, and we're coming out and saying, no, this isn't right. What the far left is doing, what the radical progressives and the woke and the social justice warriors, whatever they're doing to us, that's not okay. And we're going to start fighting back. We're going to stand up and not just let them walk all over us. That was phase 1. Phase 2 is we start pushing back. We start fighting fire with fire. We show them the error of their ways by doing some of the same techniques and methods that they use, and that's kind of a deterrent. So if you start to try to censor us or demonetize us or post that people shouldn't buy our products because of our political affiliations, then we're going to start doing that to you. And because otherwise they just don't understand. Unless we fight, you can only turn your cheek so many times before it's, shame on me. And we're at that point now. The attacks and the strategies are going to come fast and furious. I think it's actually going to surprise the left quite a bit, and the woke and the social justice warriors. It's going to surprise them how much we're going to push back, how much we're going to fight, how much we're going to stand up and not take it anymore. And I encourage everybody to do that. We should all be in communication with each other, for one thing, because we need to coordinate our efforts. And we need to... It's nice to be able to see that we're not alone. There are other people... when I'm fighting the good fight out there against censorship and against tyranny and people that want to restrict freedom, sometimes I feel like I'm all alone. I know there are a few people that have my back, waiting in the wings, doing their own thing in their own time, but I don't feel a lot of ground support. But lately, in the last few weeks, I have. A lot of people have come out of the woodwork to say how much they love my stuff, what big fans they are, how much they support me and what I'm doing, and how much they want to contribute and start doing things too, get more active. And that really, just to hear that people love and support what I'm doing is tremendous, and I'm very grateful, and that's awesome. It makes me smile, and it brightens my day. But yeah, it's the right was a sleeping giant, and now it is awakening, and phase 2 is here, and you're going to see a lot more things like the list, a lot more activity, a lot more thought about how we can fight back. So that's cool. And but I do want to encourage people that might lean left or might not like conservatives or Republicans, but people who are more of in a moderate situation, that they want to come forward and join us and try to find some compromises, find some common ground. That would be very welcome. I would love that. I know a lot of people on the right would love that. There are a lot of people that we don't want to fight with. We want to fight with the most egregious, the most far-reaching, the most radical of the left, the leftoids. Those are the people that we want to fight, and we want to essentially crush. We have to, because otherwise our way of life will become extinct. The people that are closer to the center, those are the people we want to reach and reach out to with friendship and peace, and maybe in some ways we can meet in the middle, or at least not have such divisiveness and such infighting. So I encourage anybody who is kind of in the middle, that wants compromise and wants moderation, to either join us or let us know that you're interested in either just gaming without politics at all, or you're interested in maybe finding some common ground and perhaps even joining us in our fight against the woke, against the SJWs, and then we can create a better hobby, a better community, a better industry, without all the, proto-communism, fascism, anarchy, the Antifa of the RPG scene. Okay, I think that's it for now. have a good weekend, because it's Friday, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Love to hear from you. Check me out on Twitter at Venger Satanis, or the Facebook group for conservative OSR and RPG gamers. I'm on MeWe. I've got the Crimson Escalation Kickstarter that's like 9 days left to fund. That's doing great. We're just about at 500 backers. For me, the money isn't the most important thing. I want to reach more people. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 backers. So if you could contribute just $1, that would be great. The PDF should come out in like 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be fantastic. The people that are proofing it have already said how much they love it and how they're going to use it. I think that's it. A new Chult Kickstarter coming in October, so look out for that. Okay, that's enough. Have a good one. Happy weekend. Yeah.